Hey y'all, my name is Sarah. Welcome to my channel. So, today I want to talk to you about a very serious issue. It has affected many of us, but me particularly over the past 3 months, 2 months. And I want to talk about what happens when good paint goes bad. Bad. I want to tell you my story, and I'm going to insert some footage of how I could tell that this paint was bad as I speak. So I originally had 4 tubes. I right now have 3 tubes of QoR Permanent Scarlet. And if you're not aware, this pigment PR168 has been discontinued. So the reason I have 3 tubes of Permanent Scarlet is because I tried to order 2 tubes of Permanent Scarlet just to stock up to hold me over a while. It's a really, really, really beautiful, warm, transparent red, which is hard to come by. And so I ordered 2 tubes of this paint off of a very large art supply store website that we have probably all, as Americans at least, have shopped at before. And let me get comfortable, y'all. So the tubes came and I thought, I'm going to swatch these puppies because I don't actually have any PR168, or I didn't at the time. So I opened up the tubes and I swatched it out and I swatched it in one of my sketchbooks, and I thought, that looks kind of gross. And so I mixed in a little more water. It still looked really gross. The pigment sunk into the paper as if the sizing was bad on the paper, but it wasn't. And it didn't look anything like the swatches that I had seen online, both people that I know online who have swatched it and sent photos, and also the QoR website. The paint looked nothing like the QoR website. It really looked as if the sizing was bad on the paper, but it did it on every paper that I tried. So I ended up thinking about it a day or two, and I ended up contacting the store that I bought the paint from, and I said, it turns out that both of the tubes that I had purchased behaved the same way. So I contacted them, I sent them photos, I said, guys, this paint is not supposed to behave this way. There's something wrong with this batch. And sure enough, the 2 bad tubes that I had bad batch numbers. So they said, no problem, we will send you 2 new tubes, don't even worry about it. So they sent me 2 new tubes. Well, unfortunately, the 2 tubes that they sent me were from the same bad batch. So eventually I contacted them again. I said, all these tubes are bad, and they refunded my money and pulled the rest of the tubes from the stock. So in the meantime, I have acquired good tubes of this paint through other sellers. But I just wanted to show you here, it is possible to get brand new tubes of paint that are bad. You should always test the paint tubes that you purchase. Make sure that they behave the way that you expect them to. It's just a pity that this happened with a discontinued pigment because, first of all, I think it's a complete waste that I have 4 bad tubes of this pigment that is discontinued. I don't know what to do with it. I'm just sitting here with it. But also just the hassle of trying to deal with showing someone, hey, this paint is bad. So unfortunately, I think these tubes are just going to sit here until, I don't know. If you would like a tube of this paint and you want to pay me for the shipping, I would gladly send it to you, otherwise free. I have 3 tubes here. I am happy to send them. Just leave a comment if you're interested, and I will make arrangements with you to send you a tube of paint that is bad to play with. If nothing else, it's interesting to learn what bad paint looks like. I've also bought a brand new block of paper that had bad sizing on it, so I also know what bad sizing looks like. It behaves in a very similar way, actually. The pigment sinks into the paper, it doesn't spread, and it kind of fades. So basically the external gelatin sizing has gone bad. So the pigment sinks straight into the paper, and then it's faded because the pigment, normally with watercolor, the pigment sits on top of the paper in that sizing layer. So all that to say, art supplies can come to you already bad. They can go bad, they can come to you bad. So make sure that you test your purchases when you get home, and make sure that you use your purchases before they go bad, especially if you live in a humid climate. Humid climates are the worst for watercolor. Your paper will go bad faster, your paint will get moldy and stay sticky. So especially if you live in a humid climate, keep an eye on your materials and use them. And I would probably avoid stocking up because they're gonna go bad a lot faster. So that's my 2 cents on the bad art materials subject. I would love to hear what you think. Leave a comment down below. Make sure you like and subscribe, and it was great to see you. Bye.